Welcome to another video by the Security Buddy. In this video, we will discuss what standardized coefficients are and how to interpret them in linear regression. Sometimes we need to standardize continuous independent variables to obtain valuable benefits. Standardization puts all the variables on the same scale so that we can compare the coefficients. In order to standardize a continuous independent variable, we subtract the mean value from the original value and divide the result by the standard deviation. So, if x is the original value, mu is the mean, and sigma is the standard deviation, then we standardize the original value x using the following formula. Standardized value is equal to x minus mu by sigma. After standardization, we get standardized values for the independent continuous variable. The mean of the standardized value is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. When we standardize an original value, we get a standardized value that indicates how many standard deviations the original value is away from the mean. If the obtained value is positive, that means the original value is more than the mean. And if the obtained standardized value is negative, that means the original value is less than the mean. For example, let's say two students S1 and S2 study in College 1 and College 2 respectively. S1 received the marks 90 with the mean 80 and standard deviation of 5. On the other hand, S2 received the marks 600 with the mean 500 and standard deviation of 100. At this point, it is difficult to interpret who is doing better comparing it to the rest of the class. So, we can standardize these two marks in the following way. Standardized marks of S1 is equal to 90 minus 80 divided by 5, that is equal to 2. And standardized marks of S2 is equal to 600 minus 500 divided by 100, that is equal to 1. So, we can say that S1 has obtained a mark that is 2 standard deviations away from the mean marks, and the obtained mark is more than the mean. And S2 has obtained a mark that is 1 standard deviation away from the mean, and the obtained mark is more than the mean. So, S1 has done better than S2 when compared to the rest of the class. What is standardized coefficient? After standardizing a continuous independent variable, when we use linear regression, we get a standardized coefficient for that variable. So, let's say there are two independent variables x1 and x2. We standardize the variables x1 and x2 and get the following coefficients in linear regression. Y is equal to 2x1 minus 3x2. Here, 2 and 3 are standardized coefficients. So, how to interpret standardized coefficients? Here, the standardized coefficient 2 indicates that if we increase x1 by 1 standard deviation and keep the other independent variable x2 constant, the mean value of y increases by 2 units. And if we increase the variable x2 by 1 standard deviation and keep the other independent variable x1 constant, the mean value of y decreases by 3 units. Thus, standardization puts all the continuous variables on the same scale so that we can compare the magnitudes of the results in a more meaningful way. I hope this helps. Interested viewers who want to know more, please refer to the playlist Linear Regression or Statistics for Machine Learning or visit the website of the Security Buddy. The relevant links are provided in the description. You may also want to subscribe to us and get notifications on recent videos.